on and share the content as well, so that more people get to know about Bharata first. Right then, over the last few days and a couple of weeks, I have been speaking to UPSC CSE 2021 toppers, talking to them about their journey, about how life has been, how their preparation has been, and where they stand as of now. And today, I have a very special guest with me on the program, Ramya Chandrasekharan, who has in fact secured the All India rank 46 in the UPSC CSE. Hers is a very wonderful story of how, if you dream and if you work hard, dreams do come true. It's a pleasure to welcome Ramya on the program. Ramya, welcome. Congratulations, first and foremost, and so happy to have you here. I'm so very proud of you and so very proud of all your accomplishments and where you have reached today. I remember that we first met on the first episode of FRP on the Hot Seat, and we've come a long way since then.
Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon to everyone. Yes, I was the first participant in the FRP on the hot seat, and I vividly remember that I was jotting down the questions which I should ask Frank sir and try to get his opinions. So it feels very special being on the other side of the interview now, and looking forward to the interaction also, sir.
So, Ramya, yours has not been easy journey. There have been some, some ups and downs, but you stayed positive all through and through. You've, you stuck to your targets and you've achieved your dream. How does it feel?
Sir, it feels surreal actually. The results came on Monday, but still now the emotions have not settled in, and we have not yet come to in terms with the results. So we were just hoping that my name will be there on the list, but we never hoped that it will be within the top 50. So me as well as my family, everyone are like still living a dream kind of sorts, sir.
It's good. It's good. Let it sink in, because this is not an achievement that happens every day. This is something that happens, once in a lifetime, and there are lakhs of aspirants who try and get to where you are. So it really is a big achievement. So soak it all in, let it all sink in, take some time and relish this moment, because you deserve it. And it is your hard work that has brought you here. So let's start with the last first, the personality test. Tell us about it. How did it go? Did it go on expected lines? What was it like? Do you feel that you were well prepared for it?
Sir, when I started preparing for the personality interview, the dates were quite late. So I was interviewed on May 23rd, which was the last week of the whole process. So I had sufficient amount of time, but within this time, I had lots of preparation. So right from my detailed application form, and I was from a multilingual background. So everything about the Malayalam, Hindi, Tamil, and English literature, I had to go through. And even from different states, I was working in Bangalore. So I had again Karnataka linkage. So I had to compare all the states where I have resided in, and my work experience. I have done MBA, BE, Triple E, and Diploma. So I had a very huge background. So I had to prepare it from a different dimensions. But when I went to the personality test, everything, whatever I prepared, I was totally blank. Nothing was in my mind, and even the single data was not in my mind, and I went with a very blank mind to the personality interview. And when the board first started asking the question, they just asked me about my work experience and my MBA in HR. That was the beginning question line. So most of the answers were stemmed from my experience, and it was a very realistic conversation which I had with the panel. And from this, they kind of shifted to opinion based questions. They were asking about certain schemes, the challenges the district faced, and how will I approach all this. So basically, what they wanted to know was my opinion and my thought process during 30 minutes interaction. So even though I prepared in a variety of dimensions, but still it was a very spontaneity which was necessary for the interview at that point of time. And since the questions were more aligned with my experience, it was very realistic. And I guess the interview panel were able to connect with me better due to this process, sir.
Wonderful. Good to hear that. Very, very happy to hear that. So was there anything out of the blue or anything out of the ordinary?
Uh, I just regret not answering one question. So there was one question about like what was the recent Supreme Court's verdict on governor, and I couldn't immediately recall the case of Pereira on which the Supreme Court has commented on governor. But the panel member did say that this was the question from where it stemmed on. But after coming out, I thought, okay, I was not able to answer that. So that was one which I felt it was out of blue. But more or less, other questions were okay. So ethical hacking was one of the question. So immediately I was able to recollect Snowden's case. So it's a process of like you try to use your accumulated knowledge and handle the questions. So basically, you have to just manage the questions asked there. So,
Wonderful. Good. So, this was which attempt of yours, Ramya?
so this is my last attempt, sixth attempt, and this is the first time I've cleared prelims, mains, interview, and now at top 46. So,
So, what did you do differently this time around?
so basically, sir, the prelims during last five attempts, it was majorly a conflict between my psychological welfare. So I had a fear psychosis when I view the question paper and saw that I was not able to answer like at least 10 questions in a given row. And this uh, kept on reacting on the further questions. I was not making silly mistakes, and my scores came down because of the negative marking. And obviously, I lost a few prelims, like couple of prelims by around 5 to 6 marks margin. But this attempt, I was very calm, and I approached the prelims paper with the mindset that if not this, something is there in store for me. So life is not ending with UPSC, and it's going to continue, and I was very confident about it. And I think this calmness and confidence has made me or helped me to clear prelims in this attempt. So
Wonderful. Good to know that. Good to know that. So, what was your optional subject?
it was political science and international relations.
So, all through your attempts, it was political science and international relations, or did you change it at any point in time?
Right from the first attempt, it was PSIR, sir. I was fixed on my mind that I'll be doing PSIR, and I'll have Indian Foreign Service as my first preference.
Very good. Very good. Very happy to hear that. So, did the optional subject also go according to plan? How did you prepare for your optionals?
Sir, for PSIR, I have prepared on my own. I had used resources from the websites, Stanford website, IGNU materials, and library books. So we have a library in Coimbatore. So I have not stepped out of Coimbatore during my preparation journey. So every preparation has been happening from Coimbatore. So I had used online resources and library resources mostly. And I had a couple of mentors who already attempted the interview process and were not able to clear the prelims. So they had told me about the loops and corners, and also what does the UPSC expects from a candidate and what do they expect from answer. So these inputs made me help to crack this time, and PSIR is one of them. And I have never given a mock also for PSIR, but I have written directly at the examination. So
Very good. 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 Lovely to hear that. So, Ramya, what about your mains? As far as your mains were concerned, this time around, you have come out with flying colors. First attempt at your mains and straight away through. So, what was the most challenging aspect as far as the mains are concerned, and how did you tackle it?
Sir, I think the most challenging aspect was the time management part. We have to complete around 20 questions within a time period of 3 hours. And every aspirant will attempt that. We have to attempt each question with the utmost quality so that we'll gather more marks. But rather than the quality, the completion of the paper does matter. And even though we feel that we have given our utmost quality in an answer, the examiner might feel the other way. So we might end up lose marks also. So what we have to attempt is that only thing which we have to have in mind is that we have to complete the paper within that stipulated time, and we have to use our accumulated knowledge and somehow manage the answer writing practice. Only these two things, sir.
Okay. Okay. Uh, it has been a long journey for you, the UPSC journey. Take us through the experience.
Sir, my first couple of attempts of prelims was even without the knowledge that prelims does count as an attempt. So that was even not done a basic preparation of the examination. But when I started giving a seriously dedicated preparation, I felt a number of mistakes I started realizing after each attempt, because the preparation strategy, the notes making strategy, the current affairs covering, and the basic books. I had a huge pile of books, but as when I started giving my sixth attempt, the books came down to a very limited set, and I had only like 5 or 6 limited books which I revised continuously. And similarly, the notes making also, there was a huge pile of papers which I had to throw away, and I had to make it as a very minimal bundle so that I'll be able to revise it continuously. And next is that my answer writing practice was consistent. So I was practicing it from 2018. So I used to modify the answer writing approach also. Usually I used to write very in a detailed form, as we have done in college days. From that point, I narrowed it down to points, and that helped me to complete the mains paper, sir.
Very good. And I'm sure, during the course of the journey, there have been, right now, of course, it's a high, it's a crescendo, it's all good. But there would have been lows as well. How did you overcome those lows?
Sir, only thought which I had in my mind is that I should not regret after 20 years that had I given this attempt in UPSC and had I cracked the exam, I could have been in another stage of life. So I don't want to have that regret at a later stage of life. And that kept me motivated that I should try it till the last attempt and till the very last hard work which I can put in. And whatever the results may come, I am emerging as a very confident person. So that was the major aim, sir.
And before I let you go, Ramya, anything that you would like to say to those who may want to follow in your footsteps? Because every year, lakhs of students write the examination, only a handful get through eventually. So what would you like to say to them?
Sir, only a couple of things, sir. One is that there is life beyond UPSC. For sure, and you should not sacrifice or compromise on your life for the sake of the examination, and you make it as a routine but not take it as a very life deciding factor. And second is that when you start the preparation, be sure that you are consistent, you are confident about yourself, and you maintain your calmness and composure. So I think these two aspects will decide your journey in life as well as in the UPSC, sir.
Wonderful. Lovely hearing those words of advice, those beautiful anecdotes, and also how you went about cracking the UPSC CSE 2021 with a top 50 rank. And hopefully you'll get your choice of service as well. And I think you'll be a wonderful Indian Foreign Service officer doing our country proud, ensuring that our flag flies high wherever you go. Ramya, really, really proud of you. A pleasure interacting with you. I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors, and I think you have a bright future ahead of you.
Thank you very much, sir. And thank you especially to you, sir, because I have been following your big picture program even in Rajya Sabha. And when you have started Bharata first also, I started your programs here. And I think your approach as well as your having an interaction with different kinds of personality did mold me and give me certain inputs to mold my personality. So I think we have to learn from each other, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Lovely to hear that.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, and all the very best, Ramya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well, that was, of course, Ramya Chandrasekharan there talking about her journey, how she has gone through the UPSC CSE, what was her strategy, what were some of the resources that she went through, and very humbly thanking me as well for the role that I've played in her journey so far and ensuring that I've been able to mold her in a particular way. Well, you can be one of those people as well. All you need to do is listen to this message that I have for you. It's a message from from Bharata First, and if you enroll now, and before I go on, let me just play out this message for you, and then we can take it forward from there. Cracking UPSC CSE is like running a marathon. To get across the line, you need the right guide and training partner. Look no further than Bharata First Knowledge Center, your one-stop destination for all your competitive exams needs. Classes by the best names and subject matter experts in the field. Courses designed to address all aspects of the challenges at hand. Highly affordable courses priced at less than 150 rupees. Register now at kc.bharatafirst.com or download the Bharata First app now. Avail discounts of over 90%. Happy learning. So so it's as simple as that. All you need to do is log on to kc.bharatafirst.com or download the Bharata First app, register and go through any one of the courses and get mentored by some of the best names in the business and me as well to ensure that you take that one step closer in achieving your UPSC CSE dreams. That's it from me. See you again next time.